We are back. Welcome back into the program here today. This is our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show. This is our second consecutive year of doing this. We like to have an opportunity to sit down with the coaches, with the players, give them a little camera time here, and talk about the upcoming high school sports season. Again, it's all built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Fond du Lac Cardinals for joining us here. Coach, let me shake your hand on camera. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you bet. And can you introduce your players for us?
This is Rhett Hilvaka right here. He's a senior linebacker for us. Connor Johnson, senior wide receiver, and Mason Henschel, a junior running back. All three are captains for us this season.
Well, welcome, guys. I've interviewed, I think, all of you, maybe. Have I interviewed you, Mason? No, you've eluded me in the post game show here. But hey, guys, we're just going to talk, and we're going to talk about the upcoming season and talk about the Cardinals here and talk about your schedule and dive into that a little bit. But first, off season, how are things? Things okay?
Yeah, things have been going great. I think as we progress through this, obviously now being in my third year, I know these guys a lot more than the seniors in my first year. So there wasn't that time to build relationships with people. We already had that. We could really hit the ground running. And the nice part about this senior and junior class is they're 100% bought into everything we're trying to do. So we're not fighting ourselves. We're just working to be the best we possibly can be, and that makes coaching pretty easy.
Yeah. Guys, the off season, let's start there. Weight room was your friend, right? Yep. You look it. Talk about that for us.
Yeah, I think the weight room is definitely where we as a team, obviously, we get stronger, bigger, faster, but then we can also continue to build the relationships with our guys throughout the offseason.
The chemistry. Right, Connor? What do you think?
I think we improved a lot in the weight room this year. It's where we build chemistry, and it's where we have fun as well.
All right. Mason?
Yeah, I like the weight room. I mean, it's fun, and it's also we're pretty thankful to have a weight room like we do to kind of have everyone in there because we do have a pretty big team. And also, having Coach Pluker and also Coach Hermes as our kind of like teachers, it's also good to build that relationship.
And you look at that facility that you have, just such a blessing for this community to have that and for you guys to play on something like that. Isn't it cool?
It's awesome. The experience, too, and the effects of the lighting and the music and all that stuff, when you put all the time in that they do, I think it's something that they earn, and they earn the opportunity to play there and get supported on by the community, which has really loved Fond du Lac football.
If you do have a question for any one of the players, within reason, or the coach, you can jump aboard our chat, and you can go through that, and we'll filter those to you, and you can answer them, though. But you take a look at the big board here, guys, and you see the standings from last year, and it doesn't truly, I don't think, tell the tale of what Fond du Lac was last year. I mean, you look at the first, 4 games of the season, and you drop some hard decisions in there, and then you go and beat Kaukauna, and then you don't stop until you get to level 3 in Marquette on the road down there, right?
Yeah, I think last year there was a lot of peaks and valleys, and I think last year was a very good wake-up call for a lot of us and how we have to be consistent in everything that we do. That's one big emphasis is we don't want to be a team that has really big highs but also really big lows. We want to be consistent in everything that we do, and that's going to translate to it. So, I think when we look at the standings right there, I think that was an accurate representation of who we were. I think we had some good moments and we had some bad moments, and our goal is to be consistently the best version of ourselves we can be and hopefully continue to climb the ladder in our conference.
And you take a look at your schedule here as we'll stay on the big board and go there. You have Hortonville, in, and you have Oshkosh North out, right? Talk about that.
Yeah, Oshkosh North moving to the FRCC or whatever they call the conference over there now. And Hortonville moving in. Hortonville's a great program, and the FVA is supposed to be the biggest and best schools in the Fox Valley region, and we like the challenge of it.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to turn things over to you. When you look at that schedule, I know it sticks out to me, but what sticks out to you? First 3 games on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's no issue with that at all. I think if we come out firing right away against every single team we play against, I think we have a good shot of winning.
Okay. Rhett, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that obviously we know that we played Sussex and Marquette last year. We know how that went, but I think that this year we're a new team. I also think that they're a very new team this year too. Mm-hmm. So, no, we're not afraid by our schedule by any means.
Mason?
Yeah, I mean, it shows competition, but like it also shows excitement because we're playing the same teams, but they're also new teams, and everyone has new guys, so it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
3 back on offense, 4 back on defense. All right, new quarterback. Okay, Mengel gone, Mullins gone, Dulski gone, Clapp gone. But you guys are here. Okay, talk to that a little bit for us.
Yeah, I think the more I do this, it's just what high school sports is. You have
Yeah.
great players leave, and you have young and hungry guys come in to take their role. I would say that one thing that I was very impressed over the offseason is we didn't really have a lot of kids who we had to push through the process. They wanted to be here.
They're
they
hungry.
wanted to get better.
Yeah.
They're hungry to be
Yeah.
out there. And inexperience, in a way, is so pushed negatively. But ultimately, I think if someone feels like they should have played last year and didn't, that motivation is going to be pretty strong to get better and to prove themselves to everyone. So there isn't one person that we're going to put on the field that I'm worried about. They're going to compete their tail off, and they're going to give everything that they have. And ultimately, that's all we can ask for.
This is our high school video sports preview kickoff show built by Pino Buildings and Pino Construction. Rhett going to Minnesota next year. Let's talk about that. Talk about the process by which that happened, if you could.
Yeah, so I got my first offer by the University of Ohio, and then it just kind of went on from there. Obviously, just some schools coming in, talking to me, seeing what's up, seeing my size, my frame, and some schools giving me offers based off of that. But when I got my offer from Minnesota, I went to the camp, and I went to the camp. They pushed me hard. I did well. Right after the camp, they offered me, and I committed on the spot to a Big Ten school.
Wow. Pretty good. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Led the team last year in tackles. First team all-conference selection last year as a linebacker. And that role prepped you for a scholarship, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I think too, just seeing all the guys in front of me that were leaders. I think that's going to be something that I think that I can be the linebacker like next to me last year, Corbin Hanrahan.
Yeah.
He was a big leader to me, who I think pushed me to get that all conference award, and I think that now this year, hopefully, I'm able to be that leader to the other guys on defense.
What's one thing that Fondy needs to work on? This is for the players, and one thing that we're doing pretty well at X here in camp going into your first game at Sussex coming up in 48 hours.
I think the team chemistry this year is a lot better than last year. I think the guys are more connected, and I think it's just gonna be a good season because of the chemistry, and I think we improved on that a lot.
Well, Connor, you had some big time catches last year. I know you had Mullins on the other side here, but he stepped up throughout the season too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not putting any pressure on you, but nobody really understands the transition Connor's made, and the player he is now is not even close to what he was. So I'm excited to get him out there, and he's not afraid of the moment. So I think we're pretty obviously saying that Connor's our number one target at receiver, and he's not scared of that, and we're not scared of that. We trust him.
Mason, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with CJ being our team chemistry. I mean, I think it's a lot better than last year, and also I just think it's really good. And then something that we could really work on, I mean, not work on, but kind of do is like stay consistent. I mean, consistency is key, so we just got to make sure we're consistent to the best of our ability.
Anybody can answer this. The game that you're most looking forward to on the schedule is, you fill in the blank. What do you think?
Sussex, week 1.
Week 1?
Yep.
I think Kimberly, our first home game.
Yep.
Kimberly as well.
Okay. And that comes in week 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 on the road, and then week 4.
Mhm.
We'll open up National Exchange Bank Field in week 4 against Kimberly. What a better way to open it up. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Should be a great game.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to, Coach? Just next one on the schedule? Or?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this first game. I think as a coaching staff, we really took a look in the mirror, and we didn't feel a good taste in our mouth after the Sussex game. We felt like we didn't put our kids in the position to be as successful as we wanted to. So I think some people as coaches, kind of turn the tape off and never look at it again.
Mm-hmm.
But I've watched the game probably at least 75 times to completion, and I'm embarrassed of what we put out. And I'm looking forward to getting an opportunity to put our kids in a position to succeed this year.
Well, gentlemen, best of luck. We look forward to having every one of your games video streamed for people to home and away, for people to watch and view and see you in action on the field. And don't you go running away from me when I come up to you for interviews, all right?
All right.
All right, just saying. Okay, anything that you want to say in closing? Any shout-outs? Anything else going on there that you'd like to mention?
Shout out my receiver core.
Okay.
Shout out to all my teammates.
All right.
All my teammates, I mean my linemen, most of us are juniors, so they're all like my best friends. So yeah.
All right. Coach, anybody?
Yeah, I just think we're very thankful for the coaches I get to coach with and the players we get to play with. It's really fun. We work really hard and we hold the kids accountable. And in today's day and age, when you can hold kids accountable and they take coaching and they take correction and they are able to use that to get better, I think that's something that's special and not very common in our world.
Well, best of luck, gentlemen. We'll see you coming up in 48 hours, okay?
Thank you for
All
having
right.
us.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate you. All right, that's been a look at Fond du Lac here today. Again, that's Sam Pluker, head coach of the Fond du Lac Cardinals, Rhett Lavaca, Connor Johnson, and Mason Henschel, again, all joining us here. Waiting in the wings, we have the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs Academy. They will be in this room when we come back. It's our Radio Plus Video Prep Preview Show on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
Tonight's program here on Radio Plus Video Sports is built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. We've talked here tonight so far with Laconia, with Fond du Lac, and now we go back to the Wisconsin Flyweight Conference and we welcome the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs Academy. Guys, thanks for being here. Good day to you. How are you, Coach?
Pretty good.
All right, Coach Bob Hyland. Let me shake your hand, buddy. Here we go. And we have Ben Anderson at number 3 with us. Ben, good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Yep. Noah Mowell with us, number 2. Noah, hi. And Caden Pitts with us as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right. So, Coach, I'll start with you here. The off season. How were things? How's the transition going to this upcoming season?
Well, I thought the kids worked really hard in the winter with the weight room, and all summer long we had great attendance. And we run a speed program in the morning, and that's been very well attended. I'm very happy with the workout. We've got some good speed. We're not quite as much depth.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of injuries, one from basketball. Probably would have been a starting tackle, and our best wide receiver blew out his ACL this summer in 7-on-7. So a couple of injuries. So we're pretty much, we got a veteran group of nucleus, but we've got a lot of young kids with very little experience in a lot of positions, and so that's hurting a little bit with practice and mental stuff.
30 letter winners back this year.
Yeah, when we go to the playoffs and that, we bring up some other kids, and we letter quite a few kids, but we go by starters and that, and we've got some good ones back, but like I said, we got some that have very little experience.
Okay. Ben, how was the off season for you? Let's go to you.
It was pretty good, try to get in the weight room as much as I can. Pretty active sport player in the other sports, but yeah, just trying to be a good leader, especially vocally. That's kind of been more my role, but yeah, trying to be a good leader for the rest of the guys.
Honorable mention, last season, what positions are you playing this year?
I'm kind of stepping down from my defensive role. I'll be more pass down safety type look on defense, but then looking to be the starting quarterback.
All right.
Offense.
Noah, first team all-conference selection on defense last year. Talk about your positions on the field for us.
This year it'll be tight end. It'll be tight end and linebacker. Hopefully, tight end will work out for me, and we just get farther down in the playoffs.
Sure.
And I can be another threat for other teams.
Offense, defense, what do you enjoy more? What do you think?
I like to play defense, a lot more hitting.
Yeah. Couple guys earlier in the show have said that too. All right, Caden, first team all-conference selection last year. Talk about that for us and talk about what you're looking forward to this year.
Last year I was center and defensive end, and this year I'm looking to play the same positions. And hopefully just have a little more impact on the game. And the team.
So kind of leading the offensive line at that center position. You enjoy that?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun helping the kids that don't really know what they're doing.
You take a look at this here. Ledgers and Bob Hyland, 5-14, 116, couple of ties, 54th season at the school, Bob. You look at that resume. I know people have asked the retirement question here and there, but do you want to speak to that at all? What do you think?
I don't think there's any question. It's very obvious that I've already told them that this will be my last season. Zach Wilderman, our defensive coordinator, hopefully is taking over unless something drastically happens. But I made it very clear that years ago that this would be my last season. My youngest grandson will be graduating, and I think my wife and I deserve a little break.
Okay. All right. Still like the golf here and there a little bit, right? Sometimes.
Yeah. We'll spend a lot more time in Arizona and maybe a little more time traveling.
And Brody, that you're talking about, your
He's
grandson,
a senior.
senior.
Yep. So,
All right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how it'll happen. A lot of coaches retire and they die within the first year, and I hope that doesn't happen to me.
You'll be fine. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. You got a good nucleus around you. Right? You get out there and play a little bit more. So you take a look at the Flyweight Conference here, and this is last year, okay? And you get to level 3 of the playoffs last year, but a very impressive resume going into this season. So learning curve from last year to this year, what do you think?
I definitely think a lot of new guys coming into, especially the quarterback role in our conference, but I definitely think there's going to be a lot of good competition. Definitely going to have to play just to the same level we did last year, and then hopefully be more prepared for playing those high-level teams in D5 in playoffs this year.
So with its setup now, the bump up to Division 5, what do you think? You've been there before.
We've been there before.
Yeah.
The way they set it up, again, there's many schools that have traditionally been strong over the years. I feel sorry for the school that has a class that comes along and they're very good as sophomores. They win or state champion or juniors and seniors.
Yeah, but they
nobody back,
yeah,
and so on. Where in our case, and I look at Catholic Memorial, St. Mary Springs, La Crosse Aquinas, Eau Claire Regis, Edgar, schools like that all the way through. They've been successful no matter where they play and at what level. And so, again, it's a good thing in many ways. And, you got to play up.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to do that, but that's the way they set it up.
Noah, your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Basically, in past years, it was basically just the guys that were like good for our team, and now they basically gave down their talent to us and try reinforcing it. And it's just our duty to step up and fill the role.
Caden, thoughts on that?
Yeah, just talking about moving up in playoffs. Just like last year, if we want to win anything, we're gonna have to beat a Darlington, we're gonna have to beat a Stratford, and we're gonna have to beat a Kewanee. So we just gotta win.
I know we don't want to peek ahead too much in the schedule here, guys, but you take a look at your schedule in Lake Country Lutheran right away in week number 1, a familiar opponent, Madison Edgewood in week 2. Then you start the Flyweight Conference season at Omro. I know you don't look too far ahead here, but does any one particular game stick out to you in your mind that, yep, that's going to be a good one?
For me, personally, I'm definitely looking forward to actually our first game of the year.
Okay.
Lake Country Lutheran, it'll be my first game to be able to start at quarterback. Just want to set that tempo early, bring the energy to the guys, and start the season off strong.
Okay.
For me, I would say Mayville. We kind of had a losing battle with them for the past 5 years, and we won last year, but they got that nice, strong running back still back there. So hopefully we can bring them down.
For me, I'd say Campbell Sport, just being a lineman, they definitely have the best line in the conference, and we're gonna have to bring our A game for that game.
7-0 last year.
Yeah, it was.
It's a tight game. It's a tight game last year. Yeah, you bet. Plans and interests after school. I know that we don't ask a lot of players this question, but any hobbies, any interests that you have, after high school?
I'm hopefully looking forward to continuing my baseball career.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, just definitely looking towards going to college and seeing where it takes me from there.
Okay. Noah?
For me, I just want to go play college football, try to be a linebacker in the next level, and see how that goes.
Got the frame for it, right? Okay. What do you think?
For me, probably just focusing on school, seeing where college takes me, and yeah.
All right. Well, guys, have a great season. Have a great school year. School has started, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
First days today, right? One final question, Coach. With the school starting now, do you find that there's a little difference in when school was not in session compared to when school is in session for practices and for flow and things like that?
Usually, we'll see tomorrow a little bit, but usually that when they're in school, the first couple of days, it's a real dull practice. But I got after them on Monday, and I think they elevated their level of practice yesterday and today. I thought we had yesterday was our best practice year. Today was very good also. We've just net. So I didn't notice, now that I'm no longer in school, I don't pay attention too much to it and that, but I thought we had, it didn't bother us today.
Okay.
It didn't bother us today.
All right. Well, guys, have a great year, and we look forward to having a bunch of games on our video platform for you. Nice job tonight, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Yep. That's Bob Hyland for St. Mary Springs Academy, and he was joined by Ben Anderson, Noah Mao, and Caden Pitts for the Ledgers. Again, they open against Lake Country Lutheran at home coming up on Friday night. You can watch that game at our website, video stream live at radioplusinfo.com. We've got another Wisconsin flyaway team waiting in the wings, and there they are, the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. They're on the way next as our Radio Plus Video Prep Sports Preview Kickoff Show continues, built by Pino Construction.